This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 810 of Horse Tip Daily. A different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you, one day at a time. Greetings, horse people. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily, and welcome to another installment of Trading Tips with Michelle Bergeron of Right Lead Equestrian Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Michelle is a graduate of Louisiana Scholars College, a North American Riding for the Handicapped registered instructor, British Horse Society certified instructor, and a certified instructor and judge for the World Side Saddle Federation, not to mention an all-around amazing horsewoman. On the table today, Michelle and I deal in multitasking tape to improve your clipping skills and a way to polish your memory. And we'll get right to our tip right after this from Kentucky Performance Products.
This Nutrition Minute is brought to you by Kentucky Performance Products, the company that simplifies your search for research-proven nutritional supplements at kppusa.com.
Have you heard of a yeast called Saccharomyces boulardii? It's a type of probiotic that benefits your horse's digestive tract. Often referred to as S. boulardii, it works in several different ways. One unique property of S. boulardii is that it supports the stimulation of the enzymes found in the intestinal lining. These enzymes help your horse digest starches and sugars in the small intestine. When the sugars and starches are more completely digested, fewer of them escape into the hindgut, where they can ferment and cause imbalances that may lead to colic, diarrhea, and laminitis. Saccharomyces boulardii is found in Nalox Advanced, made by Kentucky Performance Products. Nalox Advanced contains a blend of yeast, fermentation solubles, and stomach buffers. These ingredients work together to maintain your horse's digestive tract in peak condition. Nalox Advanced is recommended for horses of all ages and stages and is fed on a daily basis.
This Nutritional Minute has been brought to you by Kentucky Performance Products. You can find all of their terrific products at kppusa.com.
Welcome back, Michelle Bergeron from Right Lead Equestrian Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. How are you this afternoon?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm very well this afternoon. It is now getting dark here in Ocala, Florida.
Yes.
So we've been doing some trading tips here. Lots of little simple, quickie tips that are short and straightforward, but can really give you some light bulb moments, save you a lot of work and a lot of frustration. And if you haven't heard of any of the other ones, you need to go to horsetipdaily.com and check out Michelle and I's tips. They're lots of fun. So what have you got for us today?
Today, it's body clipping season. I, unfortunately, did not make it around to clipping any of my horses this fall, which means I'm going to have a lot of hair to deal with this spring and making them comfortable. So what I do, I've tried everything. Maybe you want to do a trace clip, and you're not going to just take all the hair. You got to make a nice straight line. Or if you're like me and you're kind of anal retentive about it, you got to have a nice straight line. It's got to be even on both sides. How are you going to get it done? I've tried chalk, I tried lipstick, I tried markers, all of this stuff, duct tape. Nothing was satisfactory, and usually the horse was unhappy or the clippers got gummed up. It was just gross. I got mad. So I went up in the feed room and I started digging around through Ricky's stuff, see what I can find. Blue painter's tape. Get your horse all washed up. He's good and clean. And you get that tape anchored, and you can get it as straight as you want. You can pull it off a couple times, stick it back on, get a nice straight line, start clipping. If you happen to cut up into the tape, it's not going to stop the clippers because it's paper.
Oh, yeah.
Gum up the blades,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And when you go to pull it off, the only thing you have to remember is pull it off in the direction that the hair grows It's going to come off real easy. Your horse is going to be so happy. You're not going to have marker lines that are on your saddle pad, or you missed a spot because you can't draw freehanded a straight line. You don't have to worry about any of that. Put that blue tape on there, clip, 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 pull it off. You're done.
Done. Awesome. Painter's tape. Huh. I've tried to do it with duct tape, and for all of the reasons you've already gone over, it was not successful.
No.
Painter's tape, and I hear that painter's tape comes in several colors now. For those of you who are style minded, you can get blue or green.
Oh, we have blue. I guess our barn colors are blue and white.
Blue painter's tape make perfect lines for clipping. Awesome idea. Great.
All right. So what do you got?
I've got. It's very frustrating when you have to change the hole on your tack. Somebody borrows your bridle and they put it on the fourth hole down instead of whatever hole you used.
Yes.
Or you have to change your stirrup leathers and you can never remember which one's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've tried Magic Marker with limited success to mark the holes.
It rubs off, yeah.
But it's been my experience. Now, I haven't used it on stirrup leathers yet, but I've used it on various parts of my bridle, and it's very effective. White out or white nail polish on the back of the hole.
Oh. Now, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Now, it worked best on tack that was less than a generation old.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know how at tack ages it tends to get that greasy thing going and gets to be 20 or 30 years old. Mm-hmm. The greasier the tack was, the less effective it was. It didn't have anything to really stick to. But most of my bridles and things, it was pretty darned effective, and it would stay on through several cleanings.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is really neat. I would not have come up with that.
Because I can never remember what hole it is.
Oh, I know.
You know.
Or you know what? I could see where you could expand on this. If, say, you have two sisters that own a pony, and they're riding in the same tack, and little Susie can have pink nail polish where her hole is, and little Sarah can have orange nail polish where her hole is.
Ah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, then you can just color code, especially like if they're at a show and you got to switch things quickly.
Very smart. Who's going to remember hole number 4 on the stirrup leathers? But you can remember yellow nail polish.
Yeah. Just let them go and pick out the gaudiest thing they can find at the drugstore.
Awesome. Yeah, nail polish is pretty cheap because I only buy that kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good idea. We're a good team, Michelle.
I think so. Yeah, definitely.
Once again, more great tips. Thanks for stopping by. And listeners out there, stay tuned for more trading tips from Michelle and Jen. See you next time.
And that's a wrap. To listen to all of Michelle's tips, you can go to horsetipdaily.com and look for the experts drop-down menu on the left. You can also follow Right Lead Equestrian Center on Facebook. Don't forget to support our sponsors here on Horse Tip Daily because they make these podcasts possible. Today's podcast has been brought to you through the generous support of Kentucky Performance Products. You can find them online at kppusa.com. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.